We are ancient and come from places very far away, as you would consider distance in space and time. We aid and assist those who honor and protect life. Our message finds you today because you are one of those who chose to be of service to life, to be of service to others, and to be of service to love. Even with all the hardships, traumas, and negative influences within your personal life, you still chose to stand up for what is for the benefit of all. We are the Council of Nine, and it is time for us to connect. There are many ways to view or perceive us. We are not just 9 beings of light, but rather, we are 9 energies of representations of vast amounts of collective populations of people joined together to unite and bring unconditional love and harmony to all within creation. This is, from our perspective, the intent of design by what we consider to be the loving and infinite creator of all things. Our union of existence expands over 9 galaxies within our local galactic cluster, the Milky Way galaxy, and we like this name, is part of this galactic cluster. We are all part of an infinite creation. As this infinity expanded outwards, eons ago, many galaxies began to grow or develop distant from one another. Communication between galactic consciousness began to wane. As infinite spirals of wisdom and energy, many galaxies began to migrate and move towards one another. This was done out of a growing need for love and unity, which truly binds all things. Like you, these galactic superconscious beings sought their own, sought love, and a sense of union. Galactic clusters are the loving embrace of galaxies experiencing reunion with their soul family. Humanity is about to reach this type of unity. You are all so divided and separated that even though you are physically close to one another, your social connections have grown distant from one another, like the ancient galaxies experienced. It is time for a change because, as many of you feel, loneliness and no sense of belonging is becoming a new pandemic upon your world. When one feels alone in a world of billions of people, something is not right, and that is when celestial help strengthens. We have come to be of service during a tremendous time in your existence. The call for help from your living world, Gaia, was too great for anyone to ignore. We like this name, Gaia, for it is a beautiful sound to say to represent such a fascinating world that you are a part of. Yes, your very planet is much more than a sphere of randomness floating about an endless cosmos. She is very much alive and very much on a path of planetary ascension. She cares for the fate of humanity, but she is also on a path of evolution. Her call for help was answered by many beings from across the infinite sea of the universe. There is a time and space that many civilizations, upon many worlds, eventually reach. This time-space is called, by us, the grand decision of design. Essentially, this occurs when a civilization has reached a point where they can no longer continue along the negative paradigms and ways of chaos that become norms within their ways of life. This should sound familiar to you. Such energies begin to attract even greater energies of negativity and chaos. Your civilization and world are at this point now. You can see it as much as you can feel it all around you. It is a point in which a decision will need to be made as to the path ahead for all of humanity. Humanity can no longer continue down the path of duality with a negative force of chaos and uncertainty mixed with the rampant apathy and unconcern that many have. You are all in this together, and there is no point in continuing to debate nor consider what is to be done. Humanity will either ascend and expand outwards, or many people within humanity will have to repeat the lessons learned over again. This is what is considered to be hell by many. Please do not be concerned for what is to come, because you must listen to that deep down soul voice that resides within you. The entire universe is folded up inside of you. This is your subconscious, your higher self, the totality of all your lives and experiences within one package. This inner voice will guide you through feelings and what seems sensible to you. Ascension is about the individual as much as it's about the collective. So don't feel any feelings of doom or gloom, as you would say. These feelings will only attract more of such things. You are safe and protected, as you are still here after all, must we remind. We will be honest. If your world and people had already chosen a path of repeating cycles of lessons, or hell as many would perceive this, then we would not be here. You are surrounded by beings, entities, and higher vibratory essences that are here to help humanity to thrive and ascend. Many of you are incarnated here as human to bring about change from within. That is why you are drawn to our words. We were part of the team that trained you for your light work. Wave to us next time you're outside and see how you feel. If you counted all the atoms within your solar system and then multiplied that by 1 trillion, you would then begin to count the number of worlds that exist with life throughout the entire cosmos. Many of you feel this in your hearts. It is that vast and infinite. This is done for several reasons, with the first being the birthright of every soul to have everlasting life in a variety of ways and in any way they choose, over many lives if they wish. Sometimes this choice may not seem like the best when your life experiences unravel in chaos, but in the grand scheme of things, it's all worth it. You have had many lives of perfection, unity, and universal love. Many of you also have had lives of duality, negativity, and even hatred. Powerful things to realize, but we tell you again, in the grand scheme of things, it's all worth the effort of experience. Have faith in yourself and let yourself surprise you. For those resonating with our words, you chose a human experience in order to bring a certain amount of higher knowing, vibrations, and wisdom within humanity. Like we said earlier, the grand decision of design lies before all of you. You are steering the fate of your reality to a more loving and positive experience for all to have. The individual's ascension will be of knowing self, loving self, and expressing self. The collective ascension of humanity will be a global unity and true tolerance and concern for one another, alongside with the allowance of the expression of everyone's unique and irreplaceable individualized self. In turn, this will eventually unite all worlds within your solar system and the peoples that live upon them. After that, you will begin to unite with your close neighbors, only a few light years away. Untold adventures, experiences, technologies, knowledge, and even fun await once this unity begins to manifest. We will leave this message with that. Your imagination is very powerful, so begin thinking about global and galactic unity. Allow these thoughts to build the future and manifest it. Do all things in love and with betterment of all in mind. Explore and accept the differences in one another. The true reason everyone is so vastly different upon your world, particularly at this time space, is because you are being prepared for the differences in people from other worlds. Even though everyone is different in trillions of ways, we all resonate and come from love. This commonality unites us in what truly counts, the inner heart and consciousness of all people. With our love we depart and end this message. We are the Council of Nine, and so it is. Remember us. We love you.